Alright, so here we are, still trying to figure this out. Of course I can't get, I got the knob off, but I can't get the big nut loose to get the switch out, so I got more room to work. So we're working with what we got. Trying to figure out where the power goes into this switch. I got this wire, this black wire here that goes into this fuse holder down into this kind of pink looking wire. I went and looked on the book, and it does show that coming off of, I think it's this terminal here, there's a pink wire that feeds the light switch. So I think tomorrow I'm going to try to, that wire's stiff, which tells me that a lot of resistance, not a good wire. The black wire is not so bad. I haven't tried to take this apart to figure out what I got going on here. If I can just, I don't know. I may just put a new ring on this. I don't know, but this needs to go to here. And once I go this to here, then I should, because I've already checked the fuse, I should have good power up to here. And then from there, I don't know, my diagram doesn't show any, obviously yellow, green, or blue wires. It does show resistor, which this is resistance wire. However, it shows them like coming off the same deal. And it also shows that there is light, I don't know where it went because I disconnected it. There's a wire that goes to instrument lighting that was wrapped around this. It had a ring terminal on it, which tells me it probably should have been connected up here to the switch. But instead, whoever the, I'm over being nice, whoever the hack job jackass was that worked on this last, rather than, you know, hooking it up right, figuring out why the lights didn't work, we'll just cut the stuff off. And really know where that wire went. And gone. We're in here somewhere. You'd think, wouldn't you? Anyhow, somewhere floating around, there's a wire. And see this in here, that thing there is about junk, so it needs a new, I don't even know what that is. Where's that go? Well, that also goes to like, it's like the common, I think it's common for instruments and stuff. Don't know what that does. Anyway, it's getting dark enough. My goal at this point is maybe to strip this here off and put a ring on it and get it onto here, which will get us power to the light switch, and then we'll see when we play the light switch what kind of, and these wires here are pretty rough too. See, that one's burnt like there was a problem with the wire with a light or something. A couple of them are that way. Anyway, we're gonna oh, wait a minute, there's that one that they had for the instrument lights that had to, surely there was more than, anyway, I'm gonna try to get, like I say, this wire connected back up to here, which should give, and I'm gonna put the knob back on, but that should give me power to the switch. And then from there I can strip these back and make sure I got power on the terminals coming out of the light switch, and then from there I'll figure out, try to figure out what they do. I don't know. I'll be back. Alright, it's Monday. We're back out on the 302 lighting project. Went to the auto parts store and got some more wire and stuff. Got another one of those for the heat shrink tubings and stuff. Looking at the wiring diagram and messing. Kind of what I figured out, jumper wires to lights and stuff, is The light green wire is low beam. The dark green or light blue, whatever color that is high beam, and this is field only. I don't know what the difference is. I definitely don't want the low beam because it's not very bright at all. Let's see if I can. Oh wait. Contact. Go the right way. Maybe. We'll try. See if that works. Yeah. So there's low beam. And then if I disconnect this, it's easier to do if you got two hands at the same. Hook him up there like that. All right, and this is going to be high beam, and that's considerably brighter. And I think field work, they're just all on high beam. Looking at the wiring diagram, I think unless you're in the field work mode, I think this one back here is like always on low beam. I think. I don't know. It's the only one I got though that's got two leads coming off of it. I got a black and a white coming off of it. But the front ones I've only got one black coming off of each, so I don't know how. I get high beam and low beam going through one wire to make the lights work high beam and low beam. There's a part of me that just wants to. And then I got this mess. So I got this connector mess here. It's got all these wires, and then back here you come around the back, and I got this mess where they're like individuals and stuff, and that's red, which I think that red wire there would poke through this grommet here and go up to one of these. And then over here on this side, I got the 12 volt like implement light plug thing. It's just hanging by the wire. I think it's supposed to bolt up in here. I'm not sure why it's not. Anyway, kind of what I'm thinking is I'm going to take these bolts off, take this cover off, these bolts off, this cover off, and this cluster mangle. See, and that implement light out, it's got like its own fuse holder. So what may happen is we may put an end on here, and we'll leave that running over to there, and we'll run it up here. Because right now I'm running the lights off the accessory port, which works fine. This is the key on the accessory thing, so we'll put an end on here, but it ain't gonna reach. I'll just make all this go away, and I'll just bring one wire off of the high beam here. Focus. One wire off the high beam light here. There's a part of me that's thinking about maybe, well, we'll just cut these off. Cut them off, tape them off, because there's no point. But we'll high beam only here. And we'll run one wire down into here somewhere, and we'll split it so we can run one wire this way for the left fender light and one wire that way for the right fender light, and then we'll go one more on back to the rear light. And then we'll also, have the one black wire that goes over for that implement light outlet. I'd really like to find the other end of that, the male plug. I think it'd be cool to have some kind of a light, like on a plow, or whatever. But be able to have 12 volts at the back to run a light with the appropriate plug. even if I had to get one plug and put like a 4-way flat trailer plug adapter, you know, get the plug that goes into that thing and just a short little pigtail with, and then I can put different lengths of wires, whatever. But I think that's my plan. I'm gonna figure out which, because what's funny is I was thinking I had two different light levels coming out of this, depending on which one of these I was in, which makes me think that when I'm in high and low, which is kind of the road, that one was coming off the low side of the light switch always. I think maybe, I don't know. It's not gonna see a lot of road work, so we're just gonna set it up so that they're bright, so when we're working in the field doing our thing, it's bright. And just all that's I forgot what all the schmutz was because I pressure washed it. Anyway, we'll get high beams on 3 corners, and then we get the tractor show, we'll build a high beam and run around at night and stuff. So, oh, and it'd be cool if I had that plug, the implement plug back there. I could make an adapter for that to put tail lights on whatever wagon I was pulling. So if we wanted to go late night cruising, let's turn that off. If we wanted to go late night cruising with it, we could. So anyhow, yeah, next step, get all that extra wire off and then figure out what I'm gonna do there. Anyway, I'll be back.